There he is here. Look at him. Isn't he cool? Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. Come on. Black Mamba. Whoa, 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 whoa. This here is one of the most dangerous snakes we have in the snake room. He's a big, decent sized black mamba that I'm going to show him to you once I get him out here. The only way to get him out, unfortunately, is to neck him because he's angry. He can be, oh, he's not on the floor. Look at the mouth open. Not on the floor, buddy. He does something really, really bad when you neck him, and that's the problem. Look at the hood. Look at his hood. Oh, I don't want to hurt you now. Come back, come back, come back. Ah, he's biting, biting, biting. Come back. I want you back. See that bulge there? That's the problem. I'm going to show you in a moment. I'm just going to get him like this. You'll bite the glove. That's okay. Woo-hoo-hoo! There is the bite of a black mamba. Now, this snake here, we've got a problem with him. A couple of problems. I've got him in. Look how light he is. He's one of the most beautiful black mambas I've ever seen in my life. A really, really pretty black mamba. And these dark eyes. Look at those dark eyes there. How's that mouth there? That's inside the mouth of a black mamba. Look there. That's inside the mouth. How's that? So the one issue, you see this bump over here? That is actually a spinal injury that he came here with. I loved this snake. I saw him at a place and I was like, man alive, I want to look at that. I want to work with this snake. And he was super angry, chasing me around and stuff. But what's ended up happening is this bump here, he can move okay. He feeds all right. He does all of that fine. But the problem is in these enclosures with the black mamba, to get him out, to clean him, you have to neck him. You have to do what I'm doing here and grab him behind the head. Now that doesn't work if he's got a neck injury because you're going to repeatedly put strain and pressure all over his neck. That's the problem. So sometimes you get animals and they just don't do well in captivity. This is one of them. You could see some stuff in his mouth there earlier. That's almost like he's getting a respiratory infection as well. So the best scenario with him, we're going to treat him. I'm going to go release him out in the bush. That's where he's going to be happiest. You can see, very alert. He still wants to do all kinds of stuff to me. He wants to bite me. He moves around quickly. He came out of the enclosure. But if I keep him here, he's not going to end up doing well. Some animals just do better when they're out in the bush. He's one of them. So let's put him in a container. We're going to get him out into the bush, set him free. All right, now it's 3 days later. We've come to this magnificent area. The reason I've delayed it by 3 days is I just gave this guy a bunch of antibiotics and just made sure he was 100% right before releasing. It's very important to me. The reason we're releasing him is not because he's a bad snake, not because he's a sick snake or he's got a bit of a limp on him, no. The reason we're releasing him is because if he's kept in captivity, he is a wild mamba. This guy he can be psychotic, come at you really hard. So the only way when you're cleaning his enclosure and stuff like that is to actually neck him or to grab him behind the head, restrain him. And if he's got an old injury on his neck, the restraining can make it worse. And I don't want to injure him further. I don't want to end up breaking his neck because I want to keep it in enclosure. I want him having a great life. And look at you. It's one of the most beautiful areas, I like to call it Mamba Valley, where I release a lot of black mambas actually. And I've got a surprise for you. I'm going to be releasing a whole bunch of other deadly snakes this morning right here. Right, first surprise for you guys. Come have a look in here. We've got a whole bunch of baby puff adders. That's it. The snake that kills more people in Africa than any other has this snake here. We actually bred these guys. I'm going to try to put them all out together before they disappear. I love releasing snakes next to water because next to water, it's one of their main things sorted out. So you know all these guys are getting next to the water, they're going to be okay. Let me just check here. Make sure we get all of them. There's another one there. We'll take this newspaper away with us. How's this, guys? Look at that. Whole bunch of deadly baby puff adders. And off they go. Little worms, these guys. Just want to make sure we don't forget any of them. There we go. Now have a look at how they move here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Some will go in a caterpillar motion and some will start moving a bit quicker like this in an S motion to try to get away. and they'll disperse all over this. And I promise you, you come back 10 minutes, you won't see a puff out of here. They are super camouflaged. They're going to disappear faster than a fart in a fan factory. I love me puff adders. I think there's about 15 of them here. And it feels so good releasing snakes back into the wild. How's that? Right guys, main event time. It's black mamba time. Now, what I'm trying to do is I want to release him onto the water behind me, see if he can go away. I don't want him coming towards me, and I also don't want him shooting out of here. There he is. Hello, boy. Hello, my boy. And he's in a good situation here. There's lots of food around, not too many people, lots of water, as you can see. How's that? How's this snake here? Come give him a wave, Kurt. Look at that. There's the mouth of a beautiful black mamba. And let me see if he'll swim out for us here so we can see how beautifully they swim. There we go, boy. Oh, he's sitting on the water. Look at him sitting on the water, looking at us. He's just sitting there. Isn't that incredible? All snakes can swim. So for a snake, swimming, that's no effort at all. Look at him go. Just want him to go towards the other bank. That's away from where people are. Come on, boy. Off you go. Off you go, watch out. Don't stand on puff adder. That would be a bad end to the day. How's this snake, guys? He's just cruising around here. Look at him. He's looking at us right there. Isn't that amazing? Right now, you need to look out for puff adders. Now the problem is he's come down to where the puff adders were, and I need to make sure. There's some people who have gathered behind us. They've come down from their houses. They don't want a black mamba on their bank. So I'm going to try and make sure this guy can just swim across the river, hopefully, to the other side. Go, 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 go. Over here, come on. Go away from me, go away from me. Go away from me, boy. Go that way. Come on. Once he decides he wants to go, then he'll go. Right now, he's keen on floating. Come on, off you go. Go that way, go that way, go that way. Go that way. Going very chilled out. Don't stand. Look, here's a puff adder here. There's a puff adder right there. Puff adder there, sunning itself already. But we just want the mamba to go to the other bank. Puff adders, they fine. They're just going to hide. The mamba though, people have such a fierce reputation when it comes to mambas that if they know there's a mamba, they're going to kill the mamba 100%. And I just want that snake to go to the other side. He's very chilled out today. Look how chilled out he is. I've never seen a mamba so relaxed before when he hits the water. Normally they'll just shoot out of there. He's swimming perfectly fine. You can see there. Look at that S motion. Neck's doing well in the water, which is important, and he's going to go across now to those rocks. That's excellent. Look at that, guys. Is there anything better than seeing a snake like this go back into the wild like that? Normally they don't give you the chance of going so nice and slowly. Hey, Kurt?
It's beautiful.
Normally it's just gone. You don't even see it. Look at him go. And you can see perfectly moving as an S. That's the important thing. So his mobility is good. He's just come out quite chilled out this morning. There he goes. There he goes there. How's that? And you can see the area he lives in. Now he's going to go live up on those rock faces over there. We must go and just check those puff adders quickly. He's going to live out on those rock faces. That's where he's going to make his home. That's where he's going to live. He's going to eat things like rock rabbits. We call them dusties here in South Africa. They're like a big guinea pig. He's going to eat little rats, birds, you name it. This snake is going to eat them. There he goes. He's about to hit the rocks on the other side. I'm pumped. There's nothing better for me than having the feeling of releasing an animal back into the wild where you know it's going to have a better life out here than it is in your enclosure back at home or something like that. It's one of the most heartwarming things we get to do. And although I'm going to miss that snake, he's pretty. I saw when he was swimming away there, he's got beautiful stripes in him. He's light with those dark eyes, but you can't beat that. Yeah. All right, let's go look back at the puff adders now. Now this is a tricky part. So Mamba's other side of the bank, that's good. Puffy should be okay here. Just trying to see where they are. Can you see any?
They are.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. They're just chilling out. Here's one here. Look at that. One. I don't even know. 1, 2, 3. That one's getting all puffy. Look at that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're missing 5, Chris. 5. 5 have vanished. That's what these snakes do. I want to show you they can also swim really, really well. And for a fat little viper, they actually do pretty well in the water. You cannot tail a snake this size though. Can't pick it up by the tail, it'll bite you. And a small puffadder like this has got venom, just like the adults. Where's the smaller hook stick? Yeah, let me use this. Let me grab this little guy here. I'm going to show you. Don't stand on puffadder, don't stand. Watch out. Watch how he swims. Check him go. He's not as graceful as the Mamba, but he goes, buddy, you're going out that way. Look, there he goes. How's that? He is a magnificent, magnificent snake. Actually, come back. You might get bitten in by a bass. We've got about 15 baby puffadders out here, and that's what it's like. Some people say, Dingo, how can you release snakes into the wild where there are people? Snakes were here first, guys. And we want these animals to live good lives and to have a good life and to coexist amongst people. No one lives right here on the river. They live up in the bushes, but they've seen us release them. We'll speak to them about them, how to look after these animals, releasing deadly snakes back into the wild. We'll see you next time. Dingo out.